Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, and in this one we are testing the GeForce RTX 4070 Ti Super in Doom the Dark Ages, and we have the Zotac AMP Hollow model of the card. Here are all the specs of the GPU. We have the resizable bar enabled inside BIOS. We have the latest NVIDIA driver 576.40, which is game ready driver for Doom the Dark Ages, and over here for CPU we have the Intel Core i7-13700KF, and for memory we got 64GB of DDR5, 6000 megatransfers per second CL36, and finally in MSI Afterburner no overclocks are applied. Everything is set to stock settings, and also I have manually overridden the DLSS model from the NVIDIA app. As you can see, I don't know why it shows Doom the Dark Ages over here, but it is set to the latest, which is DLSS 4. So let's jump into the game and check out the frame rates. So we are here inside the menu, guys. We're gonna start this off with 4K resolution at first, and make sure this option is always turned on, present from compute, otherwise your GPU utilization won't be 100%, it will go down. I don't know what that does. And we are going to use DLAA at first. We also have access to DLSS 4, which I have manually overridden from the NVIDIA app. We have FSR, XeSS, all that stuff. We're going to use DLAA afterwards. And reflex is turned on, motion blur is disabled, also chromatic aberration and film grain is turned off, depth of field is on. FOV I have set it to 105, and everything else is maxed out for settings. And texture pool size is pretty much maxed out because we have lots of VRAM. 16 GB is pretty much enough, and everything else is set to Ultra Nightmare, which is maximum basically. And I got this new skin for the Slayer here. You can get that also from the NVIDIA app, from the redeem section, and redeem it in your Bethesda account, and then you can have that in the game. So here we are, guys, in the chapter 6. This is the Sentinel base, or Doomslayer's base, you can say, kind of, maybe. And this mission is kind of an open world mission, and this is the one I'm gonna be testing throughout this video. And we are getting around 50-ish FPS. As soon as I'm looking this way, it dropped there, the FPS below 50 as soon as I start sprinting. And also I noticed that in this game there's actually walking and sprinting. You can actually sprint, but in earlier, the last two Doom games, I think you couldn't sprint. You were like always sprinting. There was no walking in those two games, if I'm not wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's why this game kind of feels sluggish, because you are walking and if you're not holding the shift key. But there's an option to turn on automatic sprint if you want. You can always be sprinting. But regardless, as you can see, over in this area, we're getting around 40 FPS. No action going on. This is a base. So we're going to go out and see the performance overall. And right now, everything is maxed out. This is native 4K, by the way. Hello, soldiers. I don't know why Doomslayer's height is the same as these guys over here. I thought, like, Slayer, the Doom guy, would be taller than everyone else, but it's not the case. And also, if you notice, I have reduced the scaling of the HUD, the health bar and ammo counter, all that stuff. They look smaller because you can do that. I don't really like that big HUD, so I decided to just shrink them down. And this is a new mechanism right here. Throw your shield, that will open that gate up. And in the interiors, you're gonna get a bit more FPS probably. I mean, the FPS starts dropping as soon as I start sprinting. If I'm walking, it's better overall. It's much more smoother. And this courtyard looks really beautiful. Look at that water, all the detail on those leaves. Pretty good overall. Let's get out of this place quickly and fight some demons and head out for a fight. They're gonna close the gate behind me, so I'll be all alone. Here we go. And look at all them. There's so many out there. Let's ready our gun. Actually, I have played this bit of the bit of this level already. I haven't completed it, and this gun really does a lot of damage. And I also have put the electricity upgrade on it to make it even more deadly. And as you can see, even during fights, the frame time is pretty smooth overall. We can even play the game with less than 50 FPS as well. But it's not a smooth experience overall completely. I won't recommend you do this. We need to use some upscaling overall. And if I use DLAA, which I'm gonna do in a bit, then the FPS is gonna probably drop like 3 frames. You'll lose like 3 FPS for using DLAA or TAA. And let's kill all of these monsters right here. Our skull gun, love this weapon. Throw the shield. And I think the reason why I'm not really enjoying the game like I was with Doom Eternal and Doom 2016 is because of the glory kills. You don't have those in this game. At least till now, I haven't seen them. The glory, you could like perform glory kills on the smaller enemies and everyone, and it feels so satisfying. Like on these guys, if I like shoot one bullet at them, it would let you perform glory kills on them. But in this game, it does. And that's what I don't like about him. It's all about the shield in this game. Okay, let's turn this to DLAA. And I will be staring at this scene right here. We are getting around 45 FPS. And let's switch on DLAA, see how much performance we lose. So I'm going to switch this to DLSS and use DLAA for the super resolution or the anti-aliasing. Everything else is maxed out. Apply that. There you go. I told you, you're gonna lose like 3 frames there, and that is exactly the case. 2 or 3 FPS at most, and it looks much more sharper and crystal clear with DLAA. I mean, if you're gonna be using DLSS quality, which I am gonna in a bit, then you should just use DLAA overall instead of TAA. And the path tracing update is still not available for this game yet. They will probably push it sometime later, I think in June maybe. And by the time most of us are gonna be finished or done with this game. Either way. And I think this mission is a pretty good one to benchmark the game overall. Oh, there are like 2 tanks. Oh my goodness, what the hell, a giant tentacle. Let's take it down. Their plasma cannon. Which I missed. Take down this tank real quick. We are averaging around 42 FPS. You know what, I'm just gonna shoot it and destroy it. There we go. Low health, I need some health. There is some shield. Oh no, that's life, not shield. But anyways, as you can see, it's a pretty good experience overall in terms of the smoothness, the frame time. It's buttery smooth. You can play even at 45-ish FPS. And also we're gonna try frame generation later on. Give me a break. Hold on, I want to change some settings right now. So we need some help of upscaling, that is DLSS quality. Also, the DLSS sharpness, I've set it to 69%, otherwise it kind of looks blurry to me. Personally, you can change that to your own personal setting. I mean, this slider, where is it? This one. So let's try this now with DLSS upscaling. What the heck? Why was it flickering there? Probably was applying. Yeah, look at that water there. It's kind of flickering there, whitish. Anyway, now I think we'll be staying above 60 FPS all the time, most likely. That should be the case. Fire looks pretty good though, but in some places the fire like plays at like 24 frames, which I don't really like. But most of the time it's at 60 frames per second. Water looks really good, and this is, by the way, DLSS 4 we are utilizing. Let me pick up that health stack, and then I'll take out this tank right here. Quickly. Quite easy it makes it once you parry with the shield. This was protecting the gold there, and now it's a buttery smooth experience. I think more than 60 FPS is quite enough for this game, and it's pretty sufficient for me. You might not be happy with 60 FPS or 70. You might want 90 or 100, and for that you might need to use frame generation on top of this, or maybe like use DLSS balanced. Take him out there, take this dog out, get all the health. Where's my shotgun? Blow off his arm there, we go. Yeah, that is what we are missing. The glory kills with your hands. You can just tear the demons apart, rip and tear. That is what is missing from this game, at least. Till now, I don't see it happening. I don't know if in later parts we'll see that happen with some upgrades or something. Hopefully we will. Also, there is a setting to like increase your game speed to like 150%. If you feel like this game is slow, you can try using that. Oh, what was that? And most of the times, I don't even hear the music playing in the background. There's no music most of the time during smaller fights. There are during big fights, but in all the other Doom games, there'll be music no matter what fight you are. If there are enemies, there's gonna be music. Smoked him. Smoked him. Throw the shield. I always forget about throwing my shield at them. This tank. There you go. Wow, there's so many more out here. Hello there. And I don't see the FPS dropping below 60 at once, and also the lows are pretty good. They're almost close to 60. What else can you expect from a 4070 Ti Super at 4K? What I'm gonna do now at 4K, we're gonna use DLAA again, but this time I'm gonna turn on DLSS frame generation 2 times. Everything maxed out. Let's try this. I mean, the base FPS, it was like well below 60. It was around like 40-ish, mid 40, and sometimes we're getting 50. So I don't know about the input lag, but by looking at the input lag, you can see that on top of the screen there, in the center, it's around 50 to 60 milliseconds there. That is kind of acceptable, but I think during fights I'll get to notice it. Let's try it, and we'll see. So far it's still acceptable. I mean, 55 ms. In frame gen implementation, the DLSS frame gen I'm saying, it's pretty good in this game overall. Anything below 60 is quite acceptable even for an FPS game. It is something you can get used to it. Oh, this guy. Okay, let's fight him with frame generation turned on. Would be really fun. I need to use this on him to take out his armor. Break that. That is really effective against armor. Smack him there. Let's switch our weapons. The back is his weak point there. There you go. It's gone. Look at that landscape. Looks really nice with all the ships. So yeah, I can notice the input lag slightly during fights, but it is something I think you can get used to over time. It's really well done. Even though we are not getting 60 FPS, the base FPS, it's pretty good. Let us now turn on frame generation on top of DLSS quality this time and see how much more smoother it can get, how much we can reduce the input lag. Everything else is maxed out, by the way. And now we're getting 100 plus frames, close to 120 almost, or like 110s. That's what it's gonna be during fights, I'm assuming. Yeah, below 110. Leader detected. Moral encounter feature leader demon. Oh, this is gonna be fun. It's gonna be a big fight, I assume. Oh, I'll take him out there. I have to take these blue enemies down. They're much more stronger. They're like the medics of the team. Those barrels there. This is really buttery smooth. I can't feel the input lag. 40 ms, below 40 ms. It's just not there. The input lag. Wait, why does he have a shield on him? I think the only way to take him out would be to counter him with the shield. I did not see what it said in the text there. I did not read the tutorial, unfortunately. Oh my god, who's this guy? He's like the Baron of Hell, isn't he? Throw that on him. Press E. Yeah, this is really buttery smooth. I think with quality DLSS and frame generation, it really makes it smooth experience overall. There we go, quite easy. See you later, Hell Knight. Okay, now his shields are gone apparently. Now I can damage him, I'm guessing. Do I take him out? Counter that. Gonna keep on shooting at his head there. This on him. Oh wow. He's very powerful there. I should run. I can get stuck over there. He's gonna keep on spawning enemies, it seems like, apparently. There we go. We get to take him out there. I think finally I'm gonna try this with performance DLSS, because why not? It's DLSS 4, looks pretty good as well. We don't have frame gen turned on and everything is maxed out. Let's check this out. And we're getting around 80 FPS, and in terms of the image quality, it looks pretty good. I mean, it's very hard to tell the difference. Maybe it's a tad bit more softer at the distance, I can notice that. And those trees, they don't look too nice. A bit more shimmeriness on them. But overall, it's really good, even with performance DLSS. Like, the upscaling is fantastic. And we're even getting 90 frames here. Is there anything up here? No. Also, the game is not that demanding on the CPU. Like, any weaker CPU can also handle this game perfectly. You should not have a problem. So yeah guys, 90 frames average. The lows are pretty good as well. Buttery smooth experience even during fights. You won't see any spikes on the frame time graph. No stutters. Beautiful overall optimization. Finally gonna try this with frame gen as well, just so you know, if you wanna see. And I'm not gonna try balanced DLSS because it is between like performance and quality DLSS. So you can just take the numbers of quality and performance and half that, and you get the FPS for balance pretty much. That's why I don't do it, to make the video longer unnecessarily. Let me turn on the latency there, 28 ms. It's probably refreshing. Yeah, 30 ms, 31. Pretty good overall. There's absolutely no delay or input lag, so to speak, right now. If you want those higher FPS, you can use these settings pretty much with frame gen. And frame gen implementation have been really good lately for DLSS, I mean NVIDIA. So it looks really good. You won't notice any weirdness in the image. In the recent games, it's been like fantastic FG implementation overall. What the heck was that? Oh my goodness. I was like, who is shooting at us? I really miss like taking out their leg and putting into their eye. In Doom Eternal, the Slayer would do that. That was so satisfying, but in this game, they don't do it. That is what I miss about this. I mean, I miss about Doom Eternal. I think that would be still my favorite Doom game from these three. I mean, the reboot series. So up next, guys, we're going to try this at 1440p resolution, everything maxed out. We're using DLAA, and texture pool size is set to maximum because we have lots of VRAM. We could easily run at 4K, so why not 1440p? Oh my goodness, I just started it and there are so many enemies out here. No problem. Oh, we died there. No problem, we got some health. I mean, revives. And as you can see at 1440p, this GPU really shines. It can easily run the game maxed out without any problem with 30 plus 60 plus FPS all the time. Let's take these guys out. I think these enemies respawn because I took them out earlier while I was doing 4K. And smack him on the head there. There we go. This plasma gun is so powerful. And I'm really having a blast right now at 1440p maxed out. It is really playing flawless. Frame time is buttery smooth even during so much action. Oh my gosh, oh my god. Keeps on shooting, he won't stop. Take his legs out there with the shotgun. So yeah, the average, as you can see, 77 FPS average is pretty good. No problem whatsoever. Running this game at 1440p, you should be able to easily max it out without any problem. Oh, he's fighting there. Ouch. I need to break his shields there. Oh god, he's very dangerous. That actually needs some health pickups right now. Keep hitting him with that. I like playing football with him. Not football, technically. Throw ball. But yeah, guys, it's a flawless experience overall. No problem whatsoever at 1440. And maybe we can utilize some frame generation on top of this to achieve higher frame rate. So let's try that. So let me quickly enable DLSS frame generation 2 times. Everything is maxed out. Native, this is DLAA we are using. And now with frame generation, we are getting not quite twice the frame rate, maybe we are. Well, but yeah, you can get close to 140 frames there, and there's literally no weirdness on the image as well. It looks buttery smooth. I mean, it works and looks great at the same time. And the input lag, just 30 ms. There's basically no input lag, so to speak. Take that tank out. Switch this mod on the gun there. There we go. Whoa. I think yeah, if you're gonna play this on a 1440p panel with this GPU, definitely turn on frame generation. You won't lose any visual quality whatsoever. Instead, you're gonna get the higher FPS or higher refresh rate experience overall without losing anything. And now for 1080p resolution, like why would I do this? I don't know. Maybe some of you are gonna be playing at 1080p with this GPU. Do let me know if you are. So this is for those of you. And we are maxed out everything, and we are using DLAA, and yeah, everything is maxed out pretty much. So why not? We can easily run this at 4K max. Not easily at 4K, but definitely at 1440p. So it should run flawlessly at 1080p. And I was telling you that this. Oh my gosh! What the heck? These tentacles. I was just talking, and these things appear out of nowhere. So yeah, as I was saying, this game is not that heavy on the CPU side of things, and that is why there is no bottlenecking even at 1080p resolution, as you can see. It just works flawless regardless. And as you can see, the GPU usage is 99% all the time, regardless. And I will actually try to lower the settings and see at what point does it start to bottleneck. I mean the CPU. Let's take these things out quickly. There's a lot of them. Frame generation, there it is. Let's apply this, maxed out everything. And we are getting 160 plus. Great. With absolutely no input lag. We didn't have input lag at 1440p only. So why would I have at 1080p? That thing over there. I think I should progress a little bit. That is through this door. We can grab that health. Some ammo. We don't need it. Let's get inside here. Oh, no, no. Oh, this is gonna be a cage fight, I think. But inside, we're gonna get more FPS, as you can see. Close to 170. Guess it's gonna be a really big fight out here. Actually, now is a good time to change the settings. Oh, DLSS frame generation, and I'm doing just for fun this to see at what point does it breaks the CPU. Yeah, right now we're getting slight bit of bottleneck, but that's not too much. Like 95%, 96. That's not a bottleneck. I mean, it is, but it's like very minimum, like a little bit. In other games, this will probably fall off to like 70-60% GPU usage at 1080p using ultra performance DLSS, but not in Doom, because it's really using the CPU properly, all the cores on it, and that's great. You can even get probably 400 close to 400 FPS, maybe, in some scenarios. And now one more test I'm gonna do, that is at 8K resolution, and we are gonna use DLSS ultra performance, as you can see, and we have frame generation is also turned on, and everything is set to low, and as you can see, the VRAM usage is above the recommended. Maybe I should turn off frame generation and see. Let's turn that off. I will reduce the VRAM usage there. Let's try this at 8K. This is gonna be playable. Wow, quite good. I mean, 40. I mean, anything above 30 is quite great at 8K for this GPU. This is fantastic. I wasn't really expecting this much. I mean, yeah, we are even getting 50. I mean, we are obviously in the interior section, but you can't expect any much more from a 4070 Ti Super in this resolution, guys. Like our VRAM is also, like, allocation is almost maxed out, usage is not. So yeah, if I use frame generation, it won't be that much of a beneficial because of the VRAM. We don't really have enough. Let's try that still. So let's enable DLSS frame gen twice on top of this. Yeah, look at that VRAM go up there. So yeah, it won't give us anything because we don't have the VRAM to do it at this point. So it's pretty useless turning on frame generation. You are better off just keeping it off at this point. So that's gonna be it for this video, guys. Do leave a like if you enjoyed and if this video helped you, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And as always, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Till then, take care and bye bye.